Yeah, they're
You
evil.
know? They're sick. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
They, this is what we're seeing is what they're allowing us to see. But what you don't see, it's a lot worse than what a lot of people know. They're doing experiments on American people as we talk right now, whether it's mind control or this program or that program, spraying chemicals on us. It don't matter. They're getting away with it.
Well, hey, have you someone sent me an article. It was a older Natural News article by Mike Adams, and it was from like 2008, and he did it about the Milgram experiment. I never even heard of that, where they actually torture people, and these humans actually they don't even know it, but they actually like it, and they're training them to be this way, and this has been going on for a long time. And he was bringing up the fact too of the holidays, how we're trained through holidays here. Every he made a good point about during Halloween, we're putting up ghosts and spirits and all these things, and then we're taking them down. And then 3 months later, during Christmas time, we're putting flashy lights and angels up. I mean, look at the programming going on here.
Oh yeah, well, actually, they're attacking. See, we've been told that we're considered extreme Christians now, extreme patriot. You know, and we're far from that. What we are is patriots. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in all our rights and our rights are being violated. But yet they label us now as extreme Christians. So they are attacking Christians, just like the Bible said, and just like God said. I know a lot of people don't believe in God, don't believe in the Bible. That's fine. But it's been written of what's going to happen, and it's happening in this country.
Well, wait. What did we say? What did we say earlier? And I told you I was talking to some people. Everyone's feeling something right now.
Well, this is the year of the awakening. It really is the year of awakening. Anthony Bosworth, Chris Ann Hall's bodyguard. I just posted a video. He was a soldier, and he came back, and he was involved in Katrina there. And he said he didn't like what he became because what the government was asking him to do as a soldier. He wasn't comfortable with taking people's guns. He wasn't comfortable going to people's houses, door to door, doing that. He talks about this. People were in dire strait for their lives. They were, they say, they were shooting at rescue helicopters and doing this. No, they weren't. They were shooting guns to try to get the attention of the rescue crew. And that's what amazes me. We have all these operations, Dallas, from you see it all day long, where they're training with FEMA for this rescue mission or this disaster or this disaster. Well, when I watched them train with the Russians, and I forget where it was, it might have been Virginia or somewhere down around there, they got off them helicopters with rifles. They didn't get off the helicopters with medication, food, water, tents, medical supplies like that. No, they got off there with weapons. So were they actually training for a disaster? No, they were training to come after us, American people. And you see, I seen them land Black Hawk helicopter in my town, which the one where the winds took off the blade of an old Sperry's building. I watched these soldiers on the street of my town. I watched them literally image, one end of my town to the other with cameras from helicopters. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they doing all this? Well, I know why they're doing all this. It's because they want to have a complete layout, a complete game plan, and they're prepared. They're ready. They're ready. They're 3 steps ahead of us. And people need to realize that we need to play a game of chess right back with these people. And if you know how to play a game of chess, you're always 3 or 4 moves ahead of your opponent. And that's what they are right now. And American people are so far behind it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like socialism. Welfare was created because the African American community was uprising once upon a time. They were becoming strong. When you watch these guys, they get together and they got a plan. They're well organized, and to this day they're well organized. They've been doing it for a long, long time. Their civil rights are being violated, and they've been fighting this fight for a long time. But they got so powerful that they couldn't have that political movement rise up because it would have destroyed what they're fighting for, is socialism. So what they do, they invented welfare because that's what most people wanted. They needed help, man. You know, they lived in the poor parts of the country, so they needed help, and so they gave them welfare. And it was all by design, to hush them up, to keep them quiet. Well, that's not working so much no more. You know, you see it in Chicago, black on black murder. You know, brother killing brother. And I went down there and I interviewed a bunch of these people, gangbangers, and asked them, why are you killing? And they tell me because there's no jobs. And we don't hear nothing about jobs being created. Yeah, here's a funny story, Dallas. Me and Jim were in a motel. I forget where it was. I think it was in Nevada. And the toilet was running. No, I think it was in Portland. One of the two anyway. And I decided I'm going to fix it. And I took the top off the toilet and I looked inside and it says right in there, made in Mexico. But listen, but with American standards. No shit. It said made in Mexico, but with American standards. We could be making that here in the United States. We could
right.
make so much here in the United States. This country, we shouldn't owe anybody in this country any money. They should be owing us money. You know? But we don't create the jobs. They're creating this socialism, man. And it don't matter Republican and Democrat what side you're on. It really don't matter because it's being created right before our eyes. And I'm telling people, socialism's 1 inch away from communism. It really is.
Well,
I don't really see too much difference between socialism and communism, to tell you the truth.
Right. Well, I think that's also, you know, going back to how we're acting and how we've been acting, you know, I think that was the message here from Lavoie and Ammon and all those guys. That's what I got out of it, you know, not a takeover. I got an education out of it. I know you were out there a little bit. Did you get a chance to even meet Lavoie?
I met him once up top of the hill. No, I met him twice at the top of the hill. I talked to him at the top. I didn't really ever go down inside the refugee, only one time. And that was with the news and shit. But
yeah, that's when I went down with all the media.
Yeah, you know, I tell people the truth. You know, I went there to show my support for the Hammonds. I didn't sign on to take over some federal buildings or anything like that. And
right.
I'm perfectly clear that's you know that's not my intentions here. Now my intentions there was to cover the story, document what I could, and film as much as I could. You know, you see me. I was pretty much in the background doing my own thing. You know.
Right.
But I did my own thing. I support them. I supported them people. I stand with them people on what they believe in. Do I believe it's the right thing what they did? Well, that's debatable. You know, they probably could have done things a little bit different, but they did what they did. And I don't. You know, it gets to the point to me that some people just figure they had enough, and their voices ain't being heard. You know, we can, like I said, we can protest all we want, and a couple months down the road, it's all forgotten.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit anymore. People go right back to their technology. You know, it's like with Flint. Like I keep saying about Flint, we go down there, we can have a national protest, and a couple months later, it'll all be forgotten, except for the people that are dying and sick.
Right, and that's the message here that I think everyone's trying to get sent out here is we need to start looking at each other here. You don't have to leave your town. You don't have to leave your neighborhood. I mean, we got to start talking to each other here. We got to, who knows how to do what in case something does happen? Who knows medical? Who knows how to sew? Who's a carpenter? These are things that we need to be sourcing ourselves with.
Well, I see that, but I've been saying that for quite a few years. I got to the point now that it's pretty much, I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty much blowing smoke up people's butt anymore. It's like they don't really seem to care. It's like simple thing like this, Dallas. I could sit here right now and say, "Hey, Dallas, do you and your family got a whole lot of salt on hand?" Now, you may not understand what I'm saying at that point in time about salt. And everybody listening to this right now might not understand. But salt, it can cure a lot of meat. And salt's a good thing to have, There, my alarm system's going to go off. Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to finish this up to say anything to Pete and Deb?
I love yous, man. I miss yous. And strong, Pete. Stay strong, Deb. And all you out there that are listening to this, please help support Pete and Deb. They really need it. If any time that they need your support, this is the time they need your support financially and in just sending your love to them, you know. Don't forget Pete, man. He's one of the few ones that stood up, and he's taken one for the team, and he shouldn't have to take one for the team. You know, a lot of people, they don't do what Pete did, you know. And we're losing a great freedom fighter, and we got to fight, and we got to show our support with them.
Right, because this is the whole goal here is to come after all the independent media.
Oh, it is, and you know, don't pick them off one by one. You know, whether like people talk about the Drudge Report and you know how he does the cyber links together. So, but if they can go after him, they're going to come after the rest of everybody.
Right.
You know? And I don't care if you're just a regular YouTuber making a video, they're going to come after you. They're going, they're already putting it into law for cyber crimes units and whatnot. You know, they can label you as a terrorist anytime they want to label you as a terrorist if you sitting there speaking out against the government. That's a fact. Right,
and they don't have to tell you either.
No. All right, Dallas, my alarm system's going on.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, man.
Hey, tell your mom and dad I said hi, and you be careful, all right, brother?
All right, man.
All right, bye.
See you. All right, that was Ben Time Traveler. Great guy. I got a chance to hang out with him and Kenny. But like he said, guys, help Pete and Deb out. Please go to the PeteSantillyshow.com/donate. Thank you.